Northern Ireland's 3 Loyalist militant organisations include told they completely supporting the guideline of law and offered any members implicated in criminality will be sent. The Ulster Defence Associate, Ulster Voluntary Strength and Red Brush Saboteur given a collaborative declaration. It is their at first collaborative declaration with the Loyalist ceasefire in 1994. The police force and safety services told several Loyalists stay hard implicated in a broad band of criminality. The 3 groups given a declaration on Monday to mark the 20th anniversary date of the Nice Friday Treaty, proverb they will not admit crime in their ranks. We completely supporting the guideline of law in all areas of lifetime and resolutely denounce all forms of penal operation, they told. Individuals who use crime to be their own interests at the charge of Loyalist communities are an insult to the real principles of loyalism. We deny and reject as inappropriate and opposite to Loyalist principles any penal activity declared to include been taken in our behalf or ascribed to any person pretending affiliation of our organizations. We future announce how any betrothal in penal acts by any individuals during our organizations will be recognized as placement such persons external the memberships. The has been jointly coordinated. The declaration is the outcome of long discussions among the Loyalist groups and 3 ex-evangelical chapel leaders. Such ex-leaders, Alan Harpist, ex-Chapel of Ireland Metropolitan of Armagh and All-Ireland Archbishop, Harold Nice, ex-Methodologist CEO, and Norman Hamilton, ex-facilitator of the Presbyterian Chapel, took portion in Mon's news story meeting. They sat near representatives of the UDA, UVF and Red Brush Saboteur at the occasion in Belfast's Linen Hall Public Library. He said Mon's news story meeting how if the chapel leaders were not confident of the full honesty of the lead, we would not be there. He outlined the Loyalist Declaration as a really essential move in the efforts to convert Northern Ireland community. Unconditionally and unconditionally, we are hopeful it and include been support it and are privileged to be portion of the travel, the ex-Methodologist CEO added. UDA lead Jackie MacDonald was requested on the similar elements among the newest declaration and history initiatives designed at driving Loyalists off of paramilitarism. Apparently, if you see the human beings on the face there in us, how's a deep distinction, Mr. MacDonald replied. I'd love to appreciate, by the path, the members of the churches there present and the some members how include been in us above the lot months he's undertaken to paint the declaration up. It wasn't spelled on the behind of a ale mat in several clubhouse or public house. He's undertaken a lot of severe hard inquiring, a lot of thought on the problems we've had in the history, thought on the problems we include at the minimum. The UDA lead added, we're start a trial there and for one day we requirement human beings in the print and political community, the PSNI and all to supporting us and take how the is a true declaration. We plan to conduct it of. The declaration, titled A Loyalist Proclamation of Conversion, told the Loyalist groups wish to act a structural part and to ensure powerful society management. To length we include been berated for our history and not capable to think a superior next, it told. We must problem how worldview by no much longer creature apologists for dispute but suggest for changing and work to build a community how is at easy in himself in its variety and distinction. The Loyalist groups as well told they recognize the significance of a heritage trial intended to assist Northern Ireland resist the history. But the declaration does not say the groups approve the Stormont Building Treaty proposals on behavior in the history, that involve a block to explore killings for the twists. The declaration comes 7 months following a new problem strength targeting penal operation by all militant groups in Northern Ireland became completely operative. For the finance year to date, it has carried out 193 searches and done 47 arrests. Of that 44 human beings were loaded or informed to the Social Proceedings Facility. The PSNI told the problem strength has withdrawn an alleged £58,000 cost of drugs, held £50,000 cost of cash money, and how seizures of illegal snuff means had prevented the losing of £1,237,462 in income. Head Constabulary George Hamilton welcomed President's declaration of the militant groups, but he told it was frustrating how 20 years following the Nice Friday Treaty down there were yet statements on abuse and crime. Ours communities do not wish to dwell in terror of abuse. The Loyalist Society justice must supporting human beings in giver data to the police force. Down there are no gray areas while it comes to the guideline of act. Responsive to Mon's Loyalist lead, Sinn Féin MLA Gary Kelly told it was period for all gunman groups to keep the phase for nice. Which human beings requested to listen the night was how these groups are outgoing the phase, quite rather than the identical processed declaration of intention to end crime. Down there is no location for any gunman groups in our community in 2018, 20 year on of the signature of the Nice Friday Treaty, Mr. Kelly added.